Good morning, and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates. We're continuing our conversation this morning, and we are chatting with the DIU Youth Innovation Lab. This morning, I have the privilege of chatting online with Mrs. Laura uh, De Debarou. I hope that I pronounced that correctly. If I did not, please correct me.
It's Dabro, but close enough.
All right. Well, nice. Thank you so much, Laura. And you are the Senior Business Development Officer at Kareri. And you guys have that business development, that Youth Innovation Lab that is a part of your overall business innovation program. So tell us a bit about that DIA Youth Innovation Lab and how Tobago young entrepreneurs or just business minded youth can become a part of that initiative.
Thank you so much for having me this morning, and we definitely want to, touch more about Tobago Youth with our program. So this initiative was Career became part of this initiative in 2021. It is a an initiative for Latin America and the Caribbean that was formed by the Trust for the Americas, the Organization of American States, and the City Foundation. So those are our key partners who really made this happen. And Kariri is fortunate to be the implementing lab for Trinidad and Tobago. It is located in Freeport in Trinidad. However, we have done a roving lab because we have visited Tobago with some of our goodies like the robots and so on. So we have done workshops in Tobago. But in terms of the lab, we provide training in entrepreneurship and ICT to bridge that gap for any type of business, and we provide that training virtually. So it is a hybrid type program so that we are able to involve our Tobago brothers and sisters.
Right, and please tell us about the registration process. Is it that you have cohorts, and when is the next cohort going to start?
Yes, we do have cohorts. So for this year, we are currently taking in registration. It is open. Cohort 16 starts on Monday. That's July the 1st. But we do have two other cohorts that are open for registration. So we do encourage persons to really take up that opportunity because it is a free program. It's only going to cost you your time.
Age group for this youth lab is between 18 to 35. Tell us a bit about that demographic.
So just a little, it's 16 to 34.
16 to 34.
Yes. So we want to encourage persons, young people to understand that there are different pathways. We know that the economy is difficult. So as they are coming out of school, they can get into entrepreneurship, or even when you get degrees, or as you progress and things get more difficult, considering entrepreneurship is an option. So that is definitely what the lab is there for, to empower young people and to let them know that entrepreneurship is an option, and they have things that they can do given their even with limited resources.
Right. And it says that you are not only targeting 16 to 34, but you're also targeting students, low income, unemployed, underemployed, women in vulnerable situations, as well as persons with disabilities. Tell us,
Yes.
the fact that you are online says that you are, taking care of those demographics, especially, new moms, persons with disabilities who may not be able to make that transition between Trinidad and Tobago for the program. Tell us a bit about how the outline is for the overall program. Is it that you have sessions online twice a week, once a week in the evening? How is it structured?
So we are trying to monopolize that July August period. So most of our training will be during that period. It is during 9 to 12 in the morning. It's hybrid. So we do have some live Zoom sessions. We do have some pre recorded sessions where you go on to Google Classroom and you do the quizzes, you look at the videos, you get the teaching, and you learn from that. And then we have one in person session at the lab in Trinidad in Freeport. One of the good things about this program for those who are remote is that everything is recorded and we do upload it to the Google Classroom, and you have access to that. You can, revisit it if there's something that you've missed. So the information is there for you to continue learning and learn at your pace as well.
Okay. And in regards to that roving lab and it coming to Tobago, tell us a bit more about, what that actually entails. Is that like the culmination of the overall program? In the end, there's an event where you bring the lab to Tobago. Please explain the actual lab coming to Tobago a bit further.
Well, in the past, we have visited Tobago in collaboration with, I think it was the Anglican Society. We worked with them and we were able to come to Tobago to, bring some of the robots, demonstrate to the young people. We would love to do that again this year. Um, but that would be something that we are definitely working on. It's funding as well is primary in allowing these things to happen. And but we will definitely be visiting Tobago to work with our young people there. We have had a few, not enough, but we have had some stars coming out of Tobago through our DIA lab.
All right. And as a part of the DIA Trinidad and Tobago program, it indicates that there's the opportunity to be a part of initiatives with a number of your global partners in the US, Jamaica, Belize, and a number of other countries around the world. So tell us a bit about that.
So having been part of the lab, there are competitions. For example, we have a pitch tank competition. Once you've completed the training, and through that pitch tank competition, you will participate in a boot camp to receive training in how to prepare your pitch and how to pitch, and then you will pitch to a panel of judges with the hope of receiving seed funding. So there is cash that is given, seed funding toward your business venture. So that is definitely something that most of our young people look forward to. Once they've completed the lab, the training program as well, we through our partners, our beneficiaries are exposed to a lot of different initiatives. For example, cybersecurity training, climate action training in terms of climate change, etc., through the OAS. So they and cybersecurity training through Fortinet. So um, there are opportunities that arise once you participate in this DIA lab.
To be a part of these initiatives.
Pardon me.
Are these initiatives virtual, or are the trainees given the opportunity to travel to these locations to be a part of these events?
At this time, it is virtual, but I'm not saying there aren't opportunities that they're allowed to travel, because there's the DIA summit that would happen in Jamaica, so with financial assistance um, and collaborations from other sponsors, there is a possibility of our young people traveling, but at this time, these opportunities are virtual.
Okay, thank you so much. And before we wrap up this conversation, please impress on the youth why it's so important to be a part of this, the registration, how they can become registered.
I really want to encourage the young people especially of Tobago to, continue to make a difference. You have that within you. The trading is free, monopolize on the opportunities that are provided for you. And never stop learning, right? Through the lab, you get exposure to, some coding, some minor programming, apart from the entrepreneurship, the finance, business models, as well as, learning about robotics and new technologies, learning how to pitch. So there is something that you can take away from this training program. We've had young people who would have from Tobago who would have expanded their businesses coming out of this program. So you can be one as well. In terms of the registration, I encourage you to visit our social media pages, the Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, especially the Facebook page and the Instagram. Our registration link is there. Caribbean Industrial Research Institute. That's our pages, our page handle. And you can visit our website as well, www.cariri, that's CARIRI.com. You can also email me. My name is a little difficult, but it's LDABREAU at CARIRI.com. Feel free to reach out. And if all else fails, our number is 299-0209. And we're also a Google away. All right. So you can look us up. But definitely consider parents as well, consider signing your young people up for the program.
You so much, Laura, and she is the Senior Business Development Officer at Kariri. And this morning we have been chatting about the DIA Youth Innovation Lab. And so you have the opportunity to be a part of that, or have your kids or any young person that you know might be interested to sign up and be a part of the initiative. Thank you so much. Guys, we're going to take a quick break right here, and we'll be back right after this.